Remember that time you poured your heart out to someone, trusted them with your deepest fears and anxieties, only to have them turn it all into gossip the next day? Yeah, me too. It's enough to make you want to build a fortress around your emotions, to become a master of Stoicism, and bury your vulnerability 6 feet under. But here's the thing, hiding away doesn't work, not in this messy interconnected world where authenticity is currency, and connection is oxygen. So, what's the antidote to vulnerability hangovers and trust betrayals? How do we navigate this tightrope walk between protecting ourselves and letting people in? Well, that's exactly what we're going to explore today. This video isn't about building walls, it's about crafting intricate, beautiful gates. We'll talk about discerning who deserves a peek inside and who gets politely shown the door. We'll learn how to share our truest selves without risking heartbreak and how to cultivate an inner strength that lets us bounce back from even the nastiest betrayals. Because, you know what? We're not meant to go through this alone. We crave connection, belonging, and the shared tapestry of human experience. But connection requires vulnerability, and that, my friends, is a skill worth mastering. So buckle up, let's dive into the art of strategic vulnerability. And remember, sharing your light doesn't make you a moth, it makes you a guiding star. But hold on, warriors, this ain't a binge-watch kind of journey. Savor each nugget, don't dare skip a fight. Subscribe, share, and let's unleash this wisdom together. Ready to stand tall and stoic? Then hit that subscribe button and let's go. Number 1, the battles you fought in the past. We all have them, those invisible scars etched upon our souls from battles fought and won, or sometimes even lost, battles against adversity, heartbreak, internal demons, or the cruel whims of fate. But here's the thing, the world doesn't need a detailed report on every skirmish you've endured. As Marcus Aurelius wisely wrote, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one. Your actions, your resilience, your quiet strength, these are the eloquent testaments to the wars you've weathered. Now, I'm not saying burying your past is the answer. Sharing your struggles can foster empathy, build trust, and connect you to others who've walked similar paths. But there's a difference between sharing wisdom gleaned from your battles and reliving them in gory detail. As Seneca reminds us, the greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. You're not defined by the falls, but by the rise, by the lessons learned, by the scars that tell a story of strength and perseverance, not a sob story for sympathy. Epictetus echoes this sentiment beautifully, urging us to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control and which have to do with the choices I actually control. Your past battles, while they shaped you, are not external forces to be wielded like shields or trophies, they are internal lessons woven into the fabric of your being. Thing 2, financial status. Informing your choices and decisions without needing constant public retelling. Let your actions speak louder than your words. Let your quiet strength, your compassion for others who struggle, and your unwavering spirit be the whispers of battles fought and won. Remember, the world doesn't need a front-row seat to your war zone, it needs the warrior you emerged from it, ready to build, to inspire, and to light the way for others facing their own battles. Number 2, the specifics of your goals. We've all been there, brimming with the electrifying buzz of a new dream, an audacious goal that whispers possibilities in our ears. It's tempting to scream it from the rooftops, map out every intricate step on social media, and solicit opinions from everyone we know. But hold on, ambitious friend, because here's where Stoicism drops a wisdom bomb. Revealing the nitty-gritty of your goals can be a recipe for disappointment, not triumph. Think of it like scaling a mountain. You wouldn't broadcast your ascent plan to every climber on the base camp, would you? Why? Because every path has its hidden crevasses, unexpected avalanches, and moments of sheer mental anguish. Sharing every detail invites unsolicited opinions, criticism, and comparison, external voices that can muddy your internal compass and sap your precious focus. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the object of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well. Your goal's worth isn't measured by the applause it garners but by the impact it has on your soul, the growth it cultivates within you. Keep your map close, your focus uncluttered. Use the whispers of Stoic giants like Epictetus as your guide. Happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one thing: some things are within our control, and some things are not. Your goals, yes, they are within your control to nurture, to refine, to conquer, in glorious silence. Thing 3, past resentments. Remember, dear seeker, the most breathtaking views from the mountaintop are enjoyed by those who climbed in quiet determination, fueled by their own inner fire, not the flickering opinions of others. So keep your vision sacred, your map close, and trust the unwavering guide within. The world will celebrate your victory when you reach the summit, not the GPS coordinates of your climb. Number 3, your happiness. Ah, happiness, that elusive butterfly we all chase, often with nets of social media validation and external approval. But here's the thing, friends, happiness, in its purest form, is a quiet symphony played within the chambers of your soul, not a boisterous band parade down Main Street. Sharing your joy, of course, is a beautiful thing. It radiates warmth, inspires others, and creates ripples of positivity. But there's a delicate dance to be mastered here, a Stoic paradox of happiness that whispers, don't overshare your sunshine lest it burn out. Think of it like a candle: when you light it, its flame dances brightly, casting a warm glow around the room. But if you keep waving it around, seeking validation in every corner, the flame flickers and dwindles. True happiness, as Marcus Aurelius reminds us, is not to be happy, it is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well. It's not about the fleeting validation of likes and shares but about the quiet satisfaction of living a life of purpose, integrity, and kindness. Seneca echoes this sentiment, urging us to waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Let your actions be the testament to your joy, the ripples of kindness you create in the world. Don't get caught up in the external validation game, focus on tending the inner garden of your happiness. As epic teachers wisely say, happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one thing: some things are within our control, and some things are not. Your happiness, my friend, is firmly within your control. Thing 4, family issues. Nurture it privately, let it bloom from within, and watch it radiate outwards, a beacon of inspiration rather than a flickering flame seeking approval. Remember, true happiness is not a performance, it's a state of being. Let your joy be a quiet hum, a subtle symphony that resonates with those around you, not a desperate shout for attention. Let your actions be the applause, your kindness the fireworks, and your inner peace the radiant sun that warms the world. Share your happiness, yes, but don't mistake the applause for the source of your light. Number 4, the details of your romantic relationship. Love, oh that intoxicating cocktail of emotions, dreams, and whispered secrets. We crave it, yearn for it, and when we find it, the urge to shout it from the rooftops can be almost deafening. But here's the thing, friends, love, particularly in its intimate details, thrives best in a walled garden, not a public park. Sharing the nitty-gritty of your relationship on every platform might feel like transparency, but it can actually weaken its delicate roots. Think of it like a rare orchid, beautiful, precious, and requiring specific conditions to bloom. Blasting it with harsh sunlight or overwatering it with unsolicited opinions can wilt its petals and stunt its growth. Your relationship, like that orchid, needs a safe haven to flourish, a space where vulnerabilities can be shared without fear of judgment, where disagreements can be navigated without a public audience, and where the quiet whispers of love can be savored without the cacophony of external voices. As epic teachers remind us, the chief task in life is simply this: identifying and separating matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control and which have to do with the choices I actually control. Your partner, your relationship's dynamics, the intricate details of your love, these are not for public consumption, they are within the sacred space of your shared world, nurtured by trust, communication, and the unwavering commitment to make it blossom. Seneca echoes this sentiment, urging us to waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be a good partner, a pillar of support, a safe haven for your loved one's vulnerabilities. Let your actions, your quiet devotion, be the testament to the strength of your bond, not a constant stream of updates for the peanut gallery. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius wrote, the object of life is not to be happy, it is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well. Let your relationship be that difference, a source of strength and joy for you both, not a reality show for the world to dissect. So keep your garden walls sturdy, friends, let your love flourish in the privacy it deserves, nurtured by mutual respect, trust, and the quiet understanding that the most beautiful stories are often the ones whispered, not shouted. Your relationship is a masterpiece, not a museum exhibit. Guard its sanctity, cherish its intimacy, and let it bloom in the fertile soil of your shared world. Number 5, your financial situation. Money, it makes the world go round, fuels our dreams, and sometimes ignites anxieties we'd rather keep under wraps. Sharing our financial details, whether overflowing abundance or gnawing scarcity, can feel like stepping into a social minefield. So here's a Stoic truth bomb: guarding your financial situation is not about secrecy, it's about safeguarding your inner peace and navigating the path to true financial freedom. Think of it like a treasure map. You wouldn't post it on social media for everyone to see, would you? Why? Because attracting unwanted eyes can lead to envy, unsolicited advice, and even manipulation. Your financial journey is yours alone, a map drawn with sweat, grit, and maybe a few tears. Guard it fiercely, not out of shame, but out of a deep understanding that your financial status is a personal matter, intricately tied to your goals, aspirations, and peace of mind. Thing 6, Philanthropic acts. Understanding that external noise can blur your focus and derail your progress, as Seneca wisely said, wealth is the slave of the wise man, the idol of the fool. True wealth, as Stoics would argue, lies not in the accumulation of material possessions but in the richness of character, the wisdom you cultivate, and the resilience you build. Sharing your bank account balance does little for your soul, but guarding your financial journey with prudence allows you to navigate it with clarity and purpose. Epic teachers echo this sentiment, urging us to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control and which have to do with the choices I actually control. Your financial situation, while it may be influenced by external factors, is ultimately defeated by your choices, your habits, and your commitment to finance your mastery. Focus on these internal levers, learn from the wise words of Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, who wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one, and watch your financial landscape transform." Remember, friends, financial freedom isn't about bragging rights, it's about having the power to choose your path, pursue your dreams, and weather any storm with the wind in your sails and not the whispers of others in your ear. So keep your treasure map close, your journey private, and focus on building a life of financial wisdom and independence. The world will celebrate your success, not the digits in your bank account. Number 6, personal relationships and confidences. Let's face it, friends, we all have that vault in our soul filled with precious gems of confidences whispered by friends, family, and loved ones. It's a sacred space built on trust, vulnerability, and the unspoken promise to safeguard what's within. But in our hyperconnected world, the urge to share, to spill the tea, can be almost irresistible. Here's the thing, though, revealing the delicate secrets of others is like pouring weed killer on the trust garden you've so carefully nurtured. Think of it like a fragile orchid needing a specific environment to thrive. Too much sunlight, harsh winds, or the wrong touch can wilt its petals and stunt its growth. Similarly, exposing the vulnerabilities confided in you, airing personal dramas on platforms or with people who weren't meant to hear them, can shatter the trust that blooms in the safe haven of your relationships. As epic teachers remind us, the chief task in life is simply this: identifying and separating matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control and which have to do with the choices I actually control. Sharing someone else's personal details is not your choice, not your story to tell. Guarding their confidences is a testament to your character, a silent oath of loyalty that strengthens the very foundation of your bond. Seneca echoes this sentiment, urging us to waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be a pillar of discretion, a confidant worthy of trust, a safe haven for whispered anxieties and dreams. Let your actions speak louder than your words, demonstrating your unwavering commitment to keeping the secrets entrusted to you. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius wrote, the object of life is not to be happy, it is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well. Let your loyalty be that difference, a beacon of trust in a world where confidentiality is often a forgotten virtue. So, friends, tend the trust garden within your relationships, let discretion be your fertilizer, your loyalty the sunlight, and your unwavering silence the protective barrier against the harsh winds of gossip and judgment. When someone whispers a secret in your ear, know that it's a precious gift, a fragile orchid entrusted to your care. Nurture it with a gentle heart, a steadfast resolve, and remember, the bloom of true friendship thrives best in the fertile soil of unwavering discretion. Number 7. Maintain ethics and personal values. Conclusion: integrating Stoicism into daily life. In a world swirling with conflicting currents, where trends shift like sand dunes and opinions blow like tumbleweeds, it's tempting to abandon your personal compass, to blend in, to go with the flow. But here's the Stoic truth bomb, friends: clinging to your ethical core, the unwavering flame of your values, is not clinging to weakness, it's wielding the ultimate superpower. Think of it like navigating a stormy sea without a strong rudder, without a guiding star. You're at the mercy of the waves, tossed about by whims and desires. Your values, your moral compass, are that rudder, that star. They guide you through murky waters, keep you true to your course, and ultimately lead you to the shores of a life lived with integrity and purpose. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Don't just talk about your values, embody them. Let your actions, your choices, be the unwavering testament to the ethical North Star that guides you. Remember, as Seneca wisely said, the greatest glory in living lies not in never falling but in rising every time we fall. Yes, there will be moments of wavering, of temptation to compromise, but that's precisely when your moral compass shines brightest. Epic teachers echo this sentiment, urging us to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under your control and which have to do with the choices I actually control, external pressures, societal norms, fleeting trends. Outro: your Stoic journey. These are waves lapping against your boat, your values, your ethical core. These are the sails that propel you forward. Don't let the waves dictate your course, raise your sails high, unfurl the banner of your convictions, and navigate the sea with the unwavering strength of your moral compass. Remember, friends, true power doesn't lie in bending to the wind, it lies in weathering the storm with your values intact. Stand firm for what you believe in, even when it's hard, even when it's unpopular. Be the lighthouse in the fog, the beacon of integrity in a world often shrouded in shades of gray. Let your ethics be your superpower, the unwavering force that guides you to a life filled with meaning, purpose, and the quiet satisfaction of staying true to who you are. So there you have it, friends. 7 things Stoicism advises us not to expose to the world, not out of fear, not out of weakness, but out of a deep understanding that some things are ours alone, precious flames flickering within the chambers of our soul. Guard them fiercely, not to build walls but to cultivate vibrant gardens within. Share your sunshine, whisper your stories, but with care, with discretion, with a Stoic understanding that true strength lies not in laying bare every scar but in the quiet resilience of a life lived with purpose, integrity, and unwavering values. Remember, vulnerability isn't a weakness, it's a superpower, but like any superpower, it needs to be wielded with wisdom. So choose wisely what you share and guard what needs guarding. Let your actions be your loudest voice, your ethics your guiding star, and your resilience the fortress that protects the most precious parts of you. And now, friends, as we close this chapter, I invite you to delve deeper into the wisdom of Stoicism on this channel. You'll find playlists curated just for that, journeys into the ancient philosophy that can light your path in this modern world. So click on a playlist, let the words of Stoic giants wash over you, and remember, the life unexamined is a life half-lived. Embrace the power of selective vulnerability, cultivate the garden of your own soul, and together, let's illuminate the world with the quiet strength of wisdom, integrity, and a life lived true to ourselves. Until next time, stay vibrant, stay strong, and stay stoic.